And we are live. What is going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Run and Gun Podcast. It is September 1st. I usually have Flash on here with me, but this is kind of Ace's introduction to the Run and Gun Podcast. So, everybody say what's going on to Ace this evening.
What's going on, Ace?
Not much. I got serious lag on my end, it looks like, in the video quality, but whatever. We'll move on. That's how technical issues work. Excited to learn some stuff about the run and gun, what we do talking about here. So it's going to be a fun episode, I think, for me. And if I'm halfway distracted, don't worry, I'm kind of doing a fancy draft right now, but I'm going to be focused on it.
It's all good. I hope you are ready for this heat. All
right.
Hey,
yeah, I know the people in the SWAC and the MEAC don't mess around.
Say that again, Flash. I don't know what you said.
We also have another person that's making his debut on the Run and Gun Podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, because we are a pet-friendly page, so we have... What's his name again?
Snoopy. Snoopy's making his debut on the Run and Gun. And it's in honor of National Dog Day last week. We didn't have an episode then.
Tis true. So, by all means, we welcome Snoopy, and we are excited to have him with us this evening. So I hope he's ready for this as well. And as well,
I think he is.
Yeah. But we got a lot of fun stuff planned for y'all tonight. We talking about that debacle by Alcorn and everything. We talking about all the good stuff. We got all that lined up for y'all. So y'all don't go anywhere. The intro's next. And I thought it was going to be next.
It should have been next.
It should have been. We're.
My charm has gotten it to freeze.
Yeah, I think your charm caused it to freeze. I was hoping the intro would be next. I was planning for that. We're waiting for this to finish loading. But anyway, while we wait for that, so I got to ask, game going on right now. We got UAB and Jacksonville State. So far, it looks like UAB came to play. Pretty stout defense.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, it does look pretty stout. Isn't that generally how most of these games in this kind of conference is anyway? It's more rough and tumble. Wow. So, we really got some major technical difficulties today.
Peeps, can't hear us?
Wow. That the intro?
Let me check my phone. Something's off.
Oh, wait. That was...
What the hell's going on here? Oh, it's just massively lagging. That's probably what it is.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is JP. This is the Bug.
This is JC.
This is Flash. This is Denny Hendricks.
And you're listening to...
And you're listening to...
And you're listening to the Run and Gun Podcast.
So here we go. We are into the first quarter. And also, before we get started, I want to give a shout out to my main man at King Cam's 99, as you can see on the bottom line. Him and Elite 1%. Thank you for the merchandise. Much love. Appreciate it, my brother. If you have not already, follow them on their social media platform. But I believe it was OPE Clothing Brand LLC on Instagram. So make sure you go check them out. Both of y'all, I know if y'all, I know y'all like this type of stuff. Y'all go check it out and stuff. You get a good price for it and everything. That's my brother. I appreciate you, man. So much love to you, man. But I don't know if Flash and Ace can hear me right now. But
yeah, I can hear you. I was naughty. I don't know, my audio is lagging.
You're all right. Awesome. But let's dive right into it. Recapping the MEAC SWAC challenge. Look.
Snoopy, can you believe I was right, buddy? Can you believe it?
They called him a madman.
Yep.
Well, what you said? They call me a madman. But you want to know what else JP said at when I was predicting things out of nowhere? What did he call me as? That one French predictor dude. It was Notre Dame or something like that.
I did not call you no Nostradamus.
I am so confused on what the hell we're talking about now.
I don't.
Can we just stick to the game, please?
Yeah.
Let's forget about Flash. Let's talk about the game.
So honestly,
hey man, they call me a madman. Just remember that. I know.
Wow.
All right.
How things
ignore
go.
him.
I will say honestly, looking at it,
I know. Ace is very salty that he jinxed Alcorn State. I know he is salty about that.
No, he's not. I'm sure he's not. Because I'm gonna come out and state the fact and tell the truth. Once again, for the 8th time, Alcorn has gone into Atlanta. They've been beaten, and once again, the MEAC has gotten the better of the SWAC on a national stage. And let's call it what it is. Because everybody's gonna say, well, the SWAC has this and the SWAC has that. No, once again, the MEAC got the better of the SWAC, and there's a possibility the MEAC might get the better of the SWAC this weekend again because Alabama A&M and Buddy Pugh are going at it. So South Carolina State might have a chance to get revenge on Alabama A&M. I think Alabama A&M should win that, but it wouldn't surprise me if South Carolina State got the W. So we'll see. There's that. And then not only that, but you've also dropped 2 MEAC teams into the SWAC this season. So it makes for interesting storylines.
I am intrigued on how that works out. I'm very intrigued. I'm looking forward to it.
Same.
Yep.
Especially Florida A&M this season.
Well, see, you got to think about it like this, and this is how it's traditionally always been. The MEAC has technically always been the power league, while the SWAC has always been a speed league. But you got Florida A&M going over. Really, you got both Florida schools going over to the SWAC, and the one thing Florida's known for as far as athletes is speed. So now you've got the power and speed factor. You got that Florida speed thing coming in too. So,
JP, so let me ask.
As we look ahead to the Orange Blossom Classic. What's up?
Did you get entirely cut off? The connection is bad.
I was good.
Oh, I thought you had said something as a response or whatever. But okay, let's go on to the Orange Bowl Classic.
Did it just reset itself? Okay, I guess it just reset itself.
Very excited.
Wait, no, ask what you were going to say.
All right.
9 minutes.
Well, no, I was talking about how we were talking about the Power 5 defensive linemen coming over into Florida A&M this season.
Oh, yes.
So I was trying to see with that part where you're talking about the introduction of the speed boys in Florida coming into the SWAC, but you also got those big boys also coming in as well into Florida A&M.
Yes.
So is that just deadly mixed combo or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, it is. It is. So yeah, I think that's the thing that we need to pay attention and wonder how that's going to fare. But yeah, definitely. This new guy coming in to Florida A&M, this defensive end, I think his name is Deontay Thompson, I believe his name is. I think that's his name. I'm not entirely sure, but actually, I can actually fact check this for you guys. Give me 1 second while we figure this out. Um, yeah, his name's Deontay Williams. Deontay Williams, defensive end coming in from. He was at Baylor at first, but now he's going over to FAMU. He's coming in with a lot of swagger. And apparently he's already been there. And see, that's the thing that people don't know about this whole situation is a lot of these guys, like these Power 5 defensive backs and some of these other Power 5 transfers that FAMU's added, people don't realize they're just now finding out about it. But apparently these guys have been here for a while. So it seems. And they're all going to be able to.
Yeah, so, you know, if,
we're not aware that we have no clue about yet.
yeah, so like imagine when they play USF in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever, and Florida A&M just goes in. I wouldn't be completely shocked if they come in and just beat USF. Like how you're saying, they have some guys you never heard of. They could just come out of nowhere and just beat up USF, and I wouldn't be shocked. And I'd just say how I think that would probably show how much better FAMU is and how bad USF is.
See, I like your thinking. Your thinking is, FAMU could go in there and get it done. But his thinking is that would just be an embarrassment to USF, which it would be, and I think it wouldn't be the hot seat for Jeff Scott, but it would start to raise.
It won't be a hot seat.
It won't be a hot seat in year 2 of Jeff Scott if FAMU goes in there and wins.
No, he should not be on the hot seat for anything because.
It's
also, I'm gonna say the USF talk for the NCAA part. So let's keep our thoughts about the Florida A&M Rattlers, all right?
True. But also too, you know, with Alcorn losing like that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, they lost the point of attack. They lost up front. I saw NC Central running backs falling forward for 5 yards at a time, every carry. So I gotta ask this: would y'all say there might be a new pecking order in the SWAC West?
Possibly.
I
mean, North Carolina.
Yeah, I could see it happening.
Also, it's also MEAC, so I'm not gonna like change that up if you're gonna say there are 2 different types of leagues. You know, it's kind of a bit too soon, but I think it should be talked about. So yes, potentially.
Felt that. I feel that. Ace, what did you have to say?
Oh no, I said yeah, I could see it after like week 1. I'll see how it plays out, but I could see it happening for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would definitely say, you know, we got to wait till week 5 to kind of really say. Because, I mean, look, Alcorn still has a road trip down here to Daytona Beach. They got to play Jackson State at the end of the season in the Soul Bowl and stuff like that. So, I mean, there's a lot of games they still got to play. They got to play Grambling and Southern still. And Pine Bluff, who won the West in the spring season. So, we'll see what happens. I think it's when they step out of SWAC play, they don't fare well. But seeing now that they are going to be playing in, like, against better competition, we'll see how it fares. So we'll see what happens. But, you know, a look ahead now to the Orange Blossom Classic on Sunday. It's FAMU against Jackson State. Jackson State actually arrived in Miami, Florida this afternoon, earlier today. So that's interesting.
I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued by the matchup in general.
I'm intrigued because it's Deion Sanders as a coach, you know, and Florida A&M first entry into the MEAC.
SWAC.
Oh, yeah. Or even I got that.
Man, I messed up.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. You know. Go ahead.
No. You continue.
I mean, I was.
We got 3 minutes, so we still have enough time for our predictions or whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, and this is the funny part is a lot of people are assuming because FAMU doesn't have a quarterback that they're going to automatically lose this game. When first and foremost, here's my theory to you guys. Don't think just because FAMU has not named a starting quarterback to the public that they don't know who the guy is. Do you really think?
I'm pretty sure they have a guy right now.
I'm sure of it too. Sure there's a whole scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you wait until the week of the game and you still don't have a guy? They don't want to tell you who is the thing about it.
Yeah, they're trying to make Jackson State try to plan for both of them. That's what they're doing.
No, really trying to make Jackson State plan for 3 different guys. Because now what it is why? Because think about it like this.
It's the same thing what A said about the Saints. Why they waited to announce a quarterback.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're trying to keep. Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't want to bring that up because it's kind of like different podcasts, different subject, but same thing.
Thank you. Some people get it. So I wouldn't worry about this whole he's waiting until he gets closer to game time. Heck, when we interviewed Coach KJ Black, I told him myself it wouldn't bother me if we didn't know who the guy was until 3:00 on Sunday. It really wouldn't. I told him, you're in trouble. Let them think you're wounded and you don't know what's going on. Let them assume, because when you assume, you make an ass out of yourself. And that's what some people are doing.
Yep.
You're making an ass out of yourself. Hate to sound harsh, but before we move on, we already got Ace's pick for these 2 games. Flash, with the last minute left,
I want to see.
I want to ask him, who's he picking? Is he picking Florida A&M? Actually, no. Are Grambling or Tennessee State? Pro Football Hall of Fame Classic.
Tennessee State.
Okay, he's rolling with Eddie George. Okay.
Yeah.
Orange Blossom
Classic. I think I said Grambling, right?
I think you did.
You said Grambling.
Yeah, I said Grambling.
Brothers go opposite, I see.
And then,
so let me ask.
And then for Orange Blossom, I got the Rattlers.
Okay.
I mean, who knows? Maybe Deion Sanders is ready for them, but I don't think he is.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see.
We're gonna see how about to see how ready Deion Sanders is, but I don't think he's ready for him.
True.
Especially with this freshly loaded Florida A&M defense.
Yeah.
It'll be exciting to watch. I cannot wait to see it. What time's the game, Peeps?
The game is at 3:00 p.m. on ESPN2, so you guys will be able to see it. One thing I will say, also too, I'll be live on Saturday in between the Alabama and the Clemson game to kind of break down that game. So if y'all want to tune in, please tune in. Leave comments too. Leave comments on this, by the way, too. But the other thing too, before we transition to the NFL, is I was listening to Willie Simmons' coach's show, this little call-in show thing that they're doing now, and you can just tell he is so sick and tired of just like talking about like who he has and what he has. And I don't mean that in a bad way. He's to the point kind of now where it's like, I'm kind of tired of talking. I'm ready to play. You know what I mean? Because it gets to a certain point.
Yeah. Wow, a transition this time.
Let's go.
All right, you want to get into where the Saints are playing and what stupidity the Packers general manager said before we get into what we have scheduled in?
Sure, yeah. Talk to me about it. Let me know about it.
All right. So Adam Schefter, he said that the game for the New Orleans Saints and Green Bay Packers is going to be played in Jacksonville in the Jaguars Stadium at 4:25. Same, it's like because it was scheduled as the game of the week or whatever. And then the general manager of Gunther Kuntz, right? When talking about for the Packers.
Okay.
When they were talking, he was saying how he didn't get much input in when they were playing, where they were going to play, and he was like, it's too bad. He would have preferred if it was in Green Bay. And the Saints fans on Twitter, they went in on him because that was completely tone deaf, ignorant, all the above.
I mean,
and I said myself on my Twitter page, I said Sean
let's be
Payton
honest. This is the
showed them
same.
it.
This is the same GM that drafted Jordan Love over a wide receiver for Aaron Rodgers.
Well,
All right.
the Saints fans were saying how
So guess what?
they were saying how that's why Rodgers hates him.
Stupid does. I'm sure the Green Bay Packers need to let go of him at some point within the season, because with the amount of comments he's been doing, his actions, I would have him out of my organization if it was my team. All right.
talk to him, Flash.
You could press it like, you're being too hard on him or whatever, but I still think he would have been out. If it was my team, he's gone, man. Like, you cannot be playing this stuff, all right? This is football. Be ready to play whenever, wherever.
And stop complaining about where it's being played.
Bring the smoke, then. Okay, I like it.
It does not matter where the location is played, all right? What matters is you play the game.
Yeah,
Right.
and I mean, both Alvin Kamara and their starting center both were making statements saying how they're seeing a lot of players, a lot of teams. They're not going to care about that they're on the road, so they need to just bring their A game and just be prepared to just beat them up, because they have something to play for, because they're not going to be home. Their state just got demolished by a hurricane. Mm-hmm. So, all right, we spent enough time on this. You want to just keep on moving?
I think Jameis will light him up. All right, first game and in the uniform. I hope he lights him up.
Jameis is going to light the Packers up.
We'll see. Woo. Also, too, Raiders GM Mike Mayock says it's time to end the playoff drought.
Shit. Yeah, that's not happening.
I mean, the Raiders aren't bad, but they're not good.
The Chargers are better, and the Broncos are better.
Whoa, hold up. The
Broncos.
I don't know about.
Hey, I got my faith in my Teddy Two Gloves. I like my Teddy Two Gloves.
Okay,
you got Jerry Jeudy, a healthy Courtland Sutton. You got Javonte Williams on offense.
I get
You got a stacked secondary.
You know what? I'm throwing the challenge flag on Ace. I'm throwing the challenge flag on Ace. Hold on. I got it. He's muted. Actually, no. Oh, dang! I didn't mute him. I cut his name off. He's muted. Hold on, because we're gonna talk about this. Because see, here's my. Hold up.
To be fair, okay, go on.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this about the Broncos. Yeah, they have Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, John
the Broncos do have a better quarterback.
John Elway made the right decision going with him over Drew Lock, but you got to think about it like this: the offense that the Broncos has right now is in a better position. The offense that the Raiders have right now is in a better position than what the Broncos have. I'm just gonna say it. And then you got this drama with Von Miller
that's going on.
You got this drama with Von Miller going on and stuff too. So that makes me wonder as well. So I don't know. Okay, now he wants to throw a challenge flag right back. Let me go ahead and unmute him. I'll mute myself, and then we'll see how this goes. So I'll mute myself.
All right.
Do I need to mute him too?
Right.
I just want to know.
Yeah, sure, whatever. All right.
All right, I'm gonna mute him too.
All right, let's get into this. So who do you want to go for? Let's go with let's talk about the Raiders first, right? Since you think the Raiders' offense is so much better, right? You got to remember they traded away almost half their entire offensive line this off season. Henry Ruggs hasn't proven he could be a number one receiver. Brian Edwards, and Hunter Renfrow, your other two receivers. You have Darren Waller, he's a stud. You got Josh Jacobs, he's a good running back. But then your defense, you don't got like a solid secondary yet. Your defense was one of the worst last year in the league. Sure, you got Corey Littleton, but he sometimes comes in and out of how he's playing and his performance. But now let's get into the Broncos. They have Bradley Chubb, so he's going to be healthy this season. So I don't pay too much with Von Miller's situation, because they still got a guy who can get after the passer. You added Patrick Surtain, you added Cal Fuller, you still got Justin Simmons, in your secondary. You still got more or less another year of development for that young offensive line. Vic Fangio, I think his defense in Chicago, I have more faith in him as a head coach right now in Denver, since I guess in a sense over John Gruden, because since Gruden's been with the Raiders, he hasn't exactly been wowing everybody. So that's just my thing. And Derek Carr, he's sometimes on and off since he's got that leg injury in 2016. He hasn't been the same quarterback, so he's dealt with confidence issues. So that's just my thoughts on that whole situation. But we can all agree the Chargers are better than both of those two teams, right?
Okay,
he's unmuted.
He's unmuted now. I will say, yes, the Chargers are better than both of those teams. I do think the Chargers are better. But that third place, so that third place spot right there, it's now you got to remember too, the playoff field hasn't been expanded, so it's possible the AFC West could get 3 teams. It's possible.
It's possible, but
Chiefs are one of those 2 teams. Chargers are going to be one of those teams. It's going to be between those 2.
Let me ask you this: AFC North,
but you also have to remember the
AFC North 3 teams, and the AFC than that.
Yeah. 100%.
All right, so AFC North has
a better chance. You got the Ravens, you got the Browns, and you got the Steelers.
That AFC West. All right, so it's without a doubt, I think AFC North. Now, in terms of the West, it's definitely going to be the Chiefs. Then it's going to be the Chargers, Broncos, and Raiders. I mean, it's toss up. I mean, I do think Teddy Bridgewater can be a better quarterback than Derek Carr, but like that guy is really good as a DB, and I'm looking forward to see it.
Okay.
All right, let's keep it moving, guys.
Right. So also,
as we have known, Cam Newton has been.
Yes, Cam got released.
Cam Newton has been cut. ESPN is talking about Mac Jones.
Okay, one of you two talk.
If he is a Los Angeles Laker, he is talking. He is. They're promoting Mac Jones like more than the Los Angeles Lakers, all right? And let's be honest, they're overhyping the kid and giving him too much attention for what he needs at this age.
Yeah.
I just need to say that. Carry on.
I mean, I'll say
You
this.
agree. I know you agree.
Mac Jones, Patriots fans need to not make Mac Jones out to be the next Tom Brady. Mac Jones needs to be the best Mac Jones for the Patriots' benefit. If Mac Jones can be the best version of himself for the Patriots will be fine. Mac Jones will develop properly. If you force him to be what he is not, and that's be Tom Brady, or be the next second coming of Tom Brady, or this godsend that's supposed to carry the franchise for the next 20 years, you're going to get your heart broken. You're going to get your feelings hurt. And it's not going to work.
Let's slow down on the Mac Jones hype, all right? This man has only played preseason games, all right? He has yet to play a legit NFL game, all right? Let's slow down there a bit, all right?
That's true. But with 30 seconds,
Bills.
With 30 seconds left, let's spin to this. You know, the Colts GM actually said there are consequences for not being vaccinated, while the Jaguars have said that that vaccination status played no role in their players getting cut or released. So how are we feeling with 10 seconds left?
The Jaguars are full of crap because they can't. They just walked back that comment after the NFLPA said they're going to investigate. Yeah, Jaguars are kind of full of crap.
I have to agree with Ace on that one. Jaguars are just backtracking there on that one. So
it is true.
I do not think vaccination status should not make that big of a deal. All vaccination status do is prevent you from having worse symptoms.
It is true.
COVID and without it. So,
but we are on
to be made clear of.
NCAA.
Yes. So Jimbo Fisher.
Can we talk about USF?
Oh my lord, Flash! Let the man speak.
Hey man, you know what?
Y'all are too much, man. So yeah, Jimbo Fisher, he's the second highest paid coach in college football right now behind Nick Saban. He got a 3-year extension onto the 10-year, $75 million that he's already being paid. So
$9 million a year, I heard.
Yes, $9 million.
Nick Saban makes $10 million. Jimbo Fisher makes $9 million. I don't know. Do you think he deserves that money yet?
I mean, honestly,
the Texas A&M. Don't get me wrong.
I'll say
like with that money, you need to win the SEC.
Hold on.
West.
I will say this about Jimbo. Jimbo has turned Texas A&M around and made them a consistent winner. He's developed them for the next 5 years. Texas A&M is going to be here. They got 2 stout running backs right now. They're going to push again for a playoff spot this season. They will.
I will say this about Texas A&M. When Alabama and Auburn do move to the SEC East, I think they'll take over the SEC West, I think.
Honestly,
over Oklahoma. Possibly.
I can tell you now, I don't really think Auburn being there makes much of a difference. I think Texas A&M still is. Texas A&M is better than Auburn.
Oh, this year, yeah.
But Auburn, because I have no faith in Bo Nix at all, to be honest with you, at Auburn.
We all know why Bo Nix has that job, all right? And I've said it from time to time again. Because his daddy's a legend at Auburn, and everyone bought the hype.
Yes. But I will say though, Texas A&M eventually might end up getting Nick Saban. I know Jimbo came out and said we're going to kick Nick Saban's you-know-what, but I don't know if it's going to be this year. But if there ever were a year for Alabama to fall victim to Texas A&M again, outside of the 2012 Johnny Manziel game, this is it, because you've got Alabama coming to College Station. You've got a new quarterback.
Alabama's rebuilding too.
Yeah,
remember that.
That's true. That's true. But we got to look at it from Texas A&M standpoint for a quick second. They have a very stout running game with a decent 1-2 punch. And
the quarterback is decent too. Gotta remember that.
Exactly. He's a new quarterback.
According to my sources, And I heard he's a real deal.
And Jimbo knows how to coach quarterbacks better than Kevin Sumlin ever could. I'm just going to tell you the truth.
Oh, I think it's a little bit of a slight overpay with Jimbo Fisher because Nick Saban's making $10 million, but seeing how he's won from how his tenure in Florida State was starting to go a little downhill towards the end there, but now coming to Texas A&M with some new motives, he did make a big difference, I think, in that program.
And I'm going to tell you,
I did like how they were going to play this season. Last season, you know what I mean.
I'm going to tell you this about the Florida State situation. I think a little bit of it was the fact that if you look at Texas A&M's very quick ascension under his leadership, and then you look at its quick decline under his leadership, it kind of is obvious that I hate to say it like this, but I do think that him and that staff gave up, and things were beginning to change, and there's a whole saga there that is too detailed to get into because 5 minutes is not enough to talk about that. You'd have to, honestly, we'd have to get Freddie Stevenson on here to talk about that and get Kirk Herbstreit on here. But, dude, that whole fall apart was nasty. I'm going to be honest with you.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. He had new energy when he went to Texas A&M. That's what I was trying to say. Like, a
lot of new energy.
I mean, with all due respect, Ace, I think you're wrong about him being slightly overpaid, right? When Alabama and Auburn go to the East, Texas A&M is going to run that West, all right?
It's not really so much him being overpaid. That's the way things are in Texas. Texas has money.
Yeah.
Texas
pay big bucks for football, all right? You have to accept
that. Is true. Well, I was just putting Jimbo Fisher in comparison to
in the state of Texas, he deserves the highest paid salary out of all those coaches in the state of Texas, all right? Point blank.
Okay. All right, let's move on. Have we talked about Scott Frost? I can't remember.
We talked about him last night, but honestly, a $15 million buyout. You know what? I'm over it already. Just pay the man his money and move on. That's the way I look at it. Nebraska football can't get any worse. How much lower can it go?
Lower than USF?
It really can't.
Oh, here you go, USF again. Here you go.
So he still goes there.
Look, man. All right, I did not get to put my take on USF. All right.
What's your take on USF?
We're saving them for next week. What do you not understand? We're saving them for the Florida game.
Well,
let's see how they do against NC State first on Thursday.
Yeah. All right. USF is already underdogs against NC State. We got to talk about that more. All right. They're already underdogs, so
trash.
I want to see how NC State. All right, we all know the quarterback is actually somewhat decent, so I'm looking forward to that for USF. Hopefully, it could be the new life for that team along with Jeff Scott. But as we know, USF is still in a dump because of Charlie Strong. We have to accept that. So,
Yeah, we all know that.
Hey, wake your ass up.
See, even the dog falling asleep. That's
Good man, when he talking over everybody. That's why everybody's falling asleep.
Even
They should call it the Flash show.
Look, all right. If USF does lose to Florida A&M, I mean, they may not win a single game. But if if USF actually beats Florida A&M, I think they'll have a good chance of.
I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna tell you now.
That's my thoughts.
Those boys better be good and hydrated after they play Florida, because that sun's gonna be draining at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, and it's not gonna be very fun.
It's really not. But the other thing too, with 2 minutes left to go here, South Carolina will have one of their graduate assistants starting at quarterback.
Wait, what?
That's interesting. But I heard it's pretty good. He has the most experience.
Yes, it's true.
It is possible.
I think he has some playing experience at North Dakota State.
Yeah, he does have some playing experience. He was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
so, I think he should fare all right.
Because here's the beauty of it. You can sit in the coaches' meetings, and then you're actually like that extra coach on the field, like calling shots and stuff, telling guys where they need to be. There's benefits to this. There's a lot of benefits to this. So it could work if Shane Beamer does it right. If Shane Beamer does it right, it could work. It could work. We'll see what happens, though.
It should work. I think it should work. Do you think LSU and their fans are actually going to just take over that stadium in the Rose Bowl?
Yes.
Do you think that's...
Yes. Move on. Yes, one word answer.
I was not talking to you.
JP.
Actually,
I didn't specify.
I got some more for Flash towards the...
Oh my god, this is going to be a Flash episode.
And it might as well be. So Boise State and UCF tomorrow.
UCF. That's
okay. Okay. Sounds good. Penn State and Wisconsin. Who are you taking?
I feel like Wisconsin might be better handed than Penn State right now.
All right.
So I gotta go with Wisconsin.
Alabama and Miami.
You know what? I wanted to give Miami the nod and say upset them, but Alabama is Alabama. You just do not bet against Alabama, especially Alabama versus the ACC, unless it's Clemson.
Okay. Georgia and Clemson.
I mean, Snoopy, what do you say? Oh, yeah, you're smiling for the dogs, but I'm sorry, Snoops. I have to go with Clemson. I like DJ Longalele.
All right, LSU and UCLA.
Fair for LSU. I hope the fans take over the Rose Bowl. I would actually love to see that. Make the boys feel at home while they're recovering from the hurricane.
Notre Dame and Florida State.
Give me 1 second. I got some guys. All right.
Court already did.
We're out of time. Court are done ending. Let's shut them up for entire hot topics, please.
Hush. You're talking too much yourself, Ace.
Oh my god.
you are talking over me.
Oh my god.
While he finds that we
don't. People know. J Peeps. The people know.
Yeah. All right. Are you taking Louisville or Ole Miss?
No. I have to go with Ole Miss because it's SEC.
Okay.
Over there. ACC.
Wait.
Hey, am I done? And Ole Miss offense is better than the Louisville defense. All right. Ole Miss offense could run against the likes of Alabama, so that's why I have to go with Ole Miss. Wow. Unless the lane train crashes out of nowhere, I have to give it to Ole Miss.
Wow, I can understand that. I feel that. So while we still got time, because the ticker has not even changed for some odd reason. I don't know what is going on with this tonight, guys. This is quite interesting. Let's stay on the topic of college football here while we still have it. So, from what it looks like, UAB and Jacksonville State, UAB has a 7-0 lead. Oh, wait, no, we switched over to Hot Topics. We are in the.
There we go.
We
All
are
right, JPs, I got some news if you guys want to talk about for the NHL.
okay.
For everybody's favorite New York Islanders, I guess. It's a little bit of hypocrisy, if you want, my opinion. So Cal Palmieri, he just signed a 4-year, $5 million extension. Anthony Beauvillier, a 3-year, $4.15 million deal. Ilya, he just got a 3-year, $4 million deal. Casey Cizikas, he got 6 years, 2.5. And one of their players, Boychuk, on LTIR, which will give them $2.25 million in cap space, which I find ironic because how much they were complaining about the Lightning using LTIR with players who are retired, which this guy is. So whatever. But what's y'all's thoughts? I know everybody loves the Islanders, even though, well, I know Flash likes the Islanders.
Hold it. I never said I like the Islanders now, all right?
I love how
I'm just giving them the props that they deserve as a
that
team.
came in at the perfect time. I hit that.
First of all, you are capping hard, Ace. I do not like the Islanders. I'm just giving them their props as an organization, as a team. I still despise their fans for what they are.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
I need to get.
I
I'm not even in the game.
I could say what I want about the fans in New York, but anyways, let's keep that off the air.
You put some fighting words.
But as I said before, the Islanders are the team to be not named the Tampa Bay Lightnings in the playoffs.
Understandable. The other thing I wanted to talk about too, I don't know if y'all were how up to date y'all are on this, but so Brian Potta, his murderer or his killer in his case has actually been charged, but Brian Potta's murder, I believe he pleaded not guilty in that case.
That is insane.
And it is insane. And then the sickening part.
This is the same man that stood on the field. This is the same man that stood on the field mourning about the murder of the guy that he killed. All right, he was holding hands with the rest.
Oh
of
no, he stared right at the picture.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He stared right at it like a cold.
He stared right at the picture, and like it's a very eerie photo now. Because at the time,
with the context,
this is like a murderer's like trophy of killing the man. That's what it felt like to an extent.
Yeah, it really was. And the only thing I'll say about it is be mindful of the company that you keep, because I mean, they were teammates, and look what happened. They were That's unreal.
According to sources, he was giving off some red flags too, but they didn't pay no mind to it. But he wanted a gun.
I mean, you could probably say.
Understandably, it's Miami. It is Miami, so it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, you're in college. You really don't need to be a gun walking around.
Honestly, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at the stories that I've heard about the University of Miami with that. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And now let's talk about this whole thing with Bishop Sycamore.
Oh my!
I heard they play. I heard they play 30-year-olds against a bunch of 20-year-olds.
Basically.
Teenagers. They're still teenagers.
Kids on IMG that are 20-year-olds.
IMG beat the daylights out of a bunch of grown men with arrest warrants, basically. I want y'all to think about that for a second. Think about it.
Their coach had an arrest warrant, all right? And the other guys are like 30 years old. One of the 30-year-old men had a torn ACL. That's tough. Is that tough, Snoops?
I was actually...
Look at him open his mouth. Oh my god.
I was actually wondering...
Continue, JP, sorry.
I was wondering myself, how do you have a guy playing quarterback for your team that doesn't even know how to throw the ball? How?
That's actually pretty incredible. I mean, you know what? When I first saw that score, I was like, all right, you know what? It's IMG being IMG. But then when I started hearing on the TV about that, oh, this guy's on a roster, that guy's on a roster, oh, this guy is not of age, I was like, what? What is going on?
It honestly was supposed to be worse than it was. The score should have been way worse. Like that game should have ended like 80-something to 0. But IMG literally pulled back late, and it ended 55-0.
A bunch of 30-year-old
first
men
quarter
scored one touchdown.
It was 37-0 at the end of the first quarter. It's crazy.
I thought it was 20-something to 0 when it was like halftime. That's what I thought.
No, it was like 37. It was like 45-0 at halftime. IMG pulled it back a lot. But also something else interesting is, the Rays are dominating the American League.
Do you like the Rays? Do you like the Rays when the fins are flapping and everything snips?
He's got his mouth open. I'm sure he does. But
he likes the Rays. The Rays? Yes, the Rays. Yep,
but
he likes the Rays.
Of course, yes, the American League. The Rays lead the American League. And then it's kind of a toss-up in a fight right now between the Dodgers and the Giants out west, particularly in the National League West. So, I mean, it's shaping up a lot like it did last year in the World Series. Only now I think it's a matter of who.
Did you guys talk about the Rays being like 35 games over 500 for the first time in their history?
Oh, yeah, I know. It's crazy. And then it's not even just the Rays. It's their entire farm system. Their whole farm system is dominating.
The Rays are on the come up, but I was watching some highlights from one of their games, right? Tropicana Field, like not even 0.25% capacity. Just imagine this team in Tampa. Imagine how packed, how loud, how much more media, money, and everything. Every single aspect about owning a franchise and the semantics
does not want to
would just be better.
Wants to lose the Rays.
He
was just obsessed. He's like, no, we want the Rays to stay here. And like, no, the Rays do not belong in St. Pete.
It would make
no one wants to go over to Howard Frank and forth.
It would make a ton. Like they would benefit greatly from being in Tampa. They would have more sold out games. They would have a better market. Everything. Honestly, there's so many people I've spoken to that have said, I want to go to a game, but I can't because it's so far. I don't want to pay them. That's a lot on my gas tank.
And a lot of St. Pete here, or it's like the people can't afford to go see a baseball game. Like not like trying to diss anybody in St. Petersburg or anything. It's just the type of people who would go see a baseball game like any day of the week. You might find those more in Tampa than you would before you find them in St. Petersburg.
Well, yeah, let's be honest. St. Pete is full of retired folks that just want to chill on the beach, all right?
It's true.
Yeah.
But
that's St. Pete in a nutshell.
There's another interesting stat that you guys should be looking at, too. The Rays are one of the top 5, or actually lead all of Major League Baseball in most runs scored in the 7th inning or later. So that
sounds about right because they've been coming back in the 7th inning.
A lot. They're probably going to do the same thing. They're probably going to do the same thing, honestly, to the.
Something tells me they'll up the ante in the playoffs too. I hope the Rays get it done this year with how well they've been playing. I hope they get it done.
They should.
Right? They just get the full trifecta.
It's Tampa Bay all the way. Tampa Bay. You hear me?
They are a more consistent team now than I think they were last year.
Mm-hmm. I see they were getting carried by their pitching, and then Randy Rosarena coming on in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I think that had a lot to do how far they went, the pitching and Rosarena. But this year they just feel more complete. Essentially, they're more
that coach. All right, we cannot forget what he did last year that cost him the whole. Yeah, the manager. Oh, we cannot forget what cost him last year. But
don't get me.
But I do think they could get it done this year if the manager actually does his job right. That's all. Rookie bets cannot stop the Rays this year.
All right.
This is true.
Let's do some closeouts.
Yeah, folks, that's gonna do it for us here on this episode. I hope you've enjoyed. This has been very fun.
We had a lot of technical difficulties.
Oh, I know.
But we still made the best out of it. Yeah,
we did.
We still made the best out of it.
I think it was a great episode overall.
I'm looking at Ace's face as you say that. That's just so funny.
I'm not even happy. I'm not even in the picture for some reason.
You got to slide your chair.
Half my face. I did. It's still not even update. It's so far lag.
I think you're. I don't know. I think his body just naturally shifts that way. But this was a fun episode. I had a lot.
There we go.
That's better. I had a lot of fun doing this and stuff. If you have not already, make sure you follow us on the bottom line, right there. All of our social media platforms as it goes across, and even to tune in Saturday. I'll be live. We're gonna be breaking down FAMU and Jackson State, talking about players to watch, what to watch for, everything like that. So that's going to be interesting and fun. That'll be live on both both Twitter and YouTube. So it'll be pretty interesting. Are you?
Snoopy got to do his tomahawk chop. This is a Knowles fan.
He is so. I will say this. He's very much more hyped for that game than I am. I think it's because I'm so worried about the Orange Blossom Classic that as soon as that game is over, I'm going to shift my attention. So, heck, we'll see. I can't even see how much time we got left. I'm not sure how much time we got.
I need the Knowles to step up this year and do it in honor of the dude. Do it for the sake of it. I think Mike Norvell could get this team going this year.
Hopefully, we'll see.
This is a year, right, Snoops? Go Knowles.
We'll see. While we wait for the credits to start rolling soon, hopefully, with such a
it's not even on the timer, but there's no time on it.
Yeah, no, my name is covering the timer, unfortunately, so I can't really I can't move
all right
now. So we're kind of just waiting to say goodbye. So when the credits start rolling, the credits will start rolling.
We're just making some time killers.
Yeah,
all right. You want to hear my fantasy team while we're at it?
Say that again.
Okay, so y'all want to hear? I just finished the draft. Y'all want to hear what I got?
Sure.
With the 10th pick in a 10-team league.
Yeah.
We got Kyler Murray, Aaron Jones, Chris Carson, Tyreek Hill, Allen Robinson, Logan Thomas, Deontay Johnson, Colts defense, Justin Tucker, Michael Thomas, A.J. Dillon, Trey Sermon, Jalen Waddle, Marquez Callaway, Tyson Williams, and Justin Fields.
Why'd you get Justin Fields?
So because Andy Dalton's getting benched, and that just be sitting in the dump, and Justin Fields is a dual threat. So when he's starting,
I can get that. But why?
And there's still
how many people?
And Ben Roethlisberger's still sitting as a free agent. So if I have anything,
how many people are in this fantasy league?
10 team. That's the guy from who I went high school with.
17.
This actually, yeah. So I got Jones in the first, Hill in the second, Robinson third, Carson fourth, Johnson in the fifth, Murray in the sixth, Thomas in the seventh, Thomas in the eighth. You know what I mean? Logan and Mike, A.J. Dillon, Trey Sermon, and 9 and 10, Williams, and Colts and Fields.
Exactly.
So I got two Ravens just for Hendricks.
Wow. Okay, so
got 2 Ravens just for Hendricks.
So let me. Oh my gosh.
I think I made the best out of a bad pick.
Doing this with this dog.
And the dog throws up tomorrow. He's not going to be home, and I have to deal with it.
So let me ask this.
He is supporting his brother Uga, right, Snoopy? Look at him. He's smiling.
So let me.
No, he's not.
Flash, let me ask you.
Yes. Look.
So, in regard to Jamar Chase, how you feeling about him? Because I know you drafted him in another fantasy league of ours.
Anybody else hearing this is the best day of my life?
Say what?
No, the song, this is going to be the best day of my life. I swear I'm hearing it.
I'm
not playing it.
Nobody's playing that.
Oh, I would have just heard that, just at, I don't know.
So, Snoopy, you're saying go Bulldogs? Is that your pick?
Yeah, that's his pick for this weekend. That's his pick.
Snoopy,
I can't go with it. I can't go with
it.
Because Kirby Smart's fall camp has been so rough that I just can't.
Oh, there's your credits. I assume. Is that it?
I assume too. I'm not
okay.
sure.
I want to hear some NBA news.
Wait.
Wolves head coach said Anthony Edwards grew 2 inches.
That is